Hello and welcome to another video on my YouTube channel. My name is Joris and today I am here with a monthly update for my YUH-portfolio. And maybe the title already gives away which stock I bought for my YUH-portfolio, but my YUH-portfolio really had some chemistry going on this past month. And yeah, first off, I always start by saying that my wage got paid on my account, and what I always do is immediately deposit 200 Swiss francs into my YUH account. Few hours or an hour and a half, 2 hours later, it's there on my YUH account. And then you can see that my balance went from 50.61 Swiss francs to 250.61 Swiss francs. And in this past month, it was actually a bit frustrating because the stock markets keep going up, and especially the stocks that I wanted to buy, and especially the stock that I bought, went up quite significantly, and especially then this morning, it went up quite a lot. And Trump has a lot to do with it because, yeah, he is really supporting the AI wave that is still growing and growing, because he announced an investment plan of 500 billion towards artificial intelligence in the USA. And yeah, the the positive vibe after his election win was actually over in the beginning of January, and then it was a bit hesitating on the stock market, but then he got, yeah, the buzz was growing for his inauguration. And then, yeah, the past 2-3 days are really crazy on the stock market, especially because also the fourth quarter results are rolling in and they are looking really good, especially also for the companies that are carrying this wave. So the AI companies, TSMC, Nvidia, truly amazing numbers. But still, for me, they are overvalued. The Schiller's PE is even moving up even higher. So we need to prepare for when the stock market is going to come down. We need to be prepared that they will drag a lot of other stocks down with them. And when we see red numbers, then it's not a problem. Just don't panic, don't sell, and keep. And in the meantime, also keep investing into the stock market. So constant cost averaging, that's the goal when you are investing as a small investor on the stock market. You can't time the market. The timing the market is definitely not the right thing to do. And if you invest in European stocks, you can still buy stocks that are undervalued. Some are fairly valued. And this past month, in fact, the European markets performed better than the US market. So they are finally picking up pace, and that's what I like to see. On the other hand, I don't like to see it because I want to buy my stocks cheaply, but when they move up, I profit as well because I already owned 8 European stocks. And for a few of the 20 companies that I follow, this was certainly the case, and I will go over them later in this video. But now I'm going to go over my valuation quadrants that I always give in these update videos. So first off, I will talk about the buyable stocks according to me. So you have Volkswagen and ING, the bank from the Netherlands, Belgium and Luxembourg. And they moved again into the buyable category because two other stocks moved away. And yeah, they are still, regarding the PE value, they are still worth buying. Okay, you have the restructuring problem for Volkswagen, you have the perception problem with Nestlé. I talked about that problem in the previous update video of the YUH-portfolio. So episode 4, not actually the previous one, because that was about the dividend from ENG that I received. But ENG, yeah, still viable, still below a PE of 8. In the contrary, you have AXA that moved to a PE above 11. So that's my limit for AXA to buy into the stock. And it's a bit annoying that the short for AXA is CS, and that reminds a bit of Credit Suisse. So a lot of Swiss people will cringe when they see CS, but actually it stands for AXA, so don't worry. And then you have Siemens, Logitech, which moved up quite a bit in the past month. Then you have Holcim, you have Shell as well, that moved from the buyable to the buyable but needs to drop because it moved up, yeah, the past 2 weeks it moved up quite considerably as well. And then from buyable but, there we have Swiss Re that moved from the buyable but needs to drop to this category because AXA moved to the other one. And the PE of Swiss Re is just higher than the PE ratio of Credit Suisse, so that's why I make the distinction between those two stocks. Then you have DHL still in the buyable but because of its falling free cash flow. And I'm truly waiting to see the quarterly results and the year result of DHL for 2024 to see whether or not there is a trend change coming, because the last 3 years the free cash flow was really dropping like crazy. Then you have BKW, so again 16.20, so it moved up again. So for me and for my YUH-portfolio, it's moving in the right direction, but it's still buyable, but it's still unsure with the future investments. Of course, it's going to cost a lot of money what they are planning here in Switzerland. Then you have PSP, the real estate company, which run up actually too fast, in my opinion, and now they are actually too expensive. I would move them to the next category, but there are already 5 other companies, so I will keep it in the buyable but. And then you have Swatch. Then you have the not buyable because, and also reaching the selling limit. So you have there Accor, which is also truly overvaluated right now. I was, 2 weeks too late, and on the moment that I wanted to buy Accor, I decided to go for another stock, and thereafter it just went up. So it was 17.90 or so in PE when I wanted to buy it, and now it's 15.90 it was, and now it's 21.67. So Accor moved up like crazy in France. Then you have Infineon. So there I only like the artificial intelligence part of the company. The other parts of the company are actually not profitable in the way that the AI branch is, and they truly need to work on that. Probably the results of Infineon are going to be great because the AI branch is just supporting everything. But for me, it's the complete company that needs to perform well. Then you have the problem childs in Italy that I really like, but unfortunately, Eni is truly overpriced, and Enel, it's getting closer to the PE value of 12, but there is just too much debt in that firm, so the debt needs to come down. And then with Bayer, you still have a negative earnings per share. And finally, I bought BASF. So here you can see that although the PE is 85.45, and maybe you remember what it was my last update with this quadrant view, that it was 78 or 77, around that. But then I decided to buy Nestlé, and since that time I think other people also realized that BASF was truly undervalued because actually the PE is much lower. It's just because they are restructuring and that moved their PE, their earnings per share, down quite a bit in the past 2-3 years. And yeah, it's really difficult to put a value on BASF because they are reorganizing and they are almost finished, but not quite yet. They already said that they are going to lower the dividends for this year compared to last year. I will show you in a minute. But yeah, people are just anticipating it already, so it moved up a lot in these past 2 weeks, and especially today. So it was 45 and a bit yesterday evening, and then this morning it moved up quite a bit, and I had to wait until the break when I had my training. So I had my training from 8:30 till 10, and then I had a 20-minute break, and in that 20-minute break I bought my 4 shares of BASF. And when I saw the price, I was like, man, they are not serious about that on the day that I receive my wage and I can transfer the 200 Swiss francs, that now it moved up more than 3%. And yeah, I was a bit frustrated, but that's just the way it is. And in the long run, for me, BASF, it's worth around 93, 95 euros. So I still will make double my money when it reaches that. So, and in the meantime, until it reaches 93, 94 euros, I will receive a lot of dividends as well. And yeah, with the earnings per share and the dividend deducted from it, my limit will move up further and further. And last month I decided to buy Nestlé, and that was because Nestlé was on its lowest valuation, and the earnings per share for Nestlé are way better than BASF right now. So that's why I bought Nestlé last month, and now I bought BASF. And if you look at the price that I paid, it's still reasonable. So for the past 2 years, it is moving up and down, and then 47 euros is more or less average for BASF. So I'm still okay with it. It's still not a crazy price. And as I said, the PE is 85.74, but it will drop soon when it announces its quarter 4 results and its annual results. And here you can see the summary of BASF, and right now the earnings per share is 0.55, and next quarter, the quarter 4 of 2023 will be eliminated, and there the earnings were minus 0.48. And I believe we will see a reasonably good quarter from BASF, the fourth quarter of 2024. So I think the PE ratio will drop to around half of what it is right now, so around 40. And then from that moment on, it will keep ameliorating. And you also need to note here, the dividend will be 2.25. They already announced it. So my dividend yield is 5.3%. So that's not bad at all. I need to control that because I think maybe I didn't recalculate that. So 2.25 divided by 0.47155. No, it's 4.77%. So sorry for that. But my dividend yield is going to be 4.77% brutto. But yeah, that's always the case when I give those dividend yields here. And if you look at the earnings per share from the past, so in the past 4 years it was minus 115, 1.15, 6.01 in 2021. In 2022 it was minus 0.70, and in 2023 it was 0.25. And then in 2024 we will soon know how much it was, but I think it's going to continue to go up. And look at the earnings per shares before that period, so before 2020. Then it was 4.34 up to 9.17. Okay, here there was it was a bit special here, 9.17. So normally I expect that it will move up to 6 euros in a few years for sure. And then when you look at the PE that I paid, it's only around 7.86. And I believe that is a really good price. I could have bought it for 7.20 when I bought it earlier, but yeah, when you only have 200 Swiss francs every month available and you need to choose a thing, yeah, you make your choice and then that is it. And I made the choice then to buy Nestlé. And the only thing that I noted for Nestlé in the past month is actually that we didn't hear a thing about the spin-off of their water and premium beverage division. So they announced that on their investor day, and so far nothing. So probably we will hear on the 13th of February about what is going to happen with the new company that they were going to start. And the new company will contain brands like Perrier, San Pellegrino, and Pure Life. So great brands. Okay, you have the problem with Perrier, of course, in France, but that is going to be resolved, and Perrier is still good water. And actually, what the people got was drinkable water. It wasn't poisoned or something like that. So it's a bit they truly broke the rules. That's for sure. But they broke the rules for a reason, and it's too bad that it happened. So they are going to pay a price for it. Me as an investor, I will pay the price for it. I already paid a bit price for it. But when the new company will be noted on the stock market or something like that, I will be a proud owner of this company. Then we have Volkswagen, where Volkswagen finally reached an agreement with the union in Germany, and it entailed that there is going to be a reduction of 35,000 jobs in Germany by 2030. Then you will have also a reduction in labor costs by wage adjustments, but not lowering of wages, which is really important. So yeah, the union wanted an increase of 10%, and the management of Volkswagen said no way. So we actually need to reduce the wages and cut all the premiums that they can earn. So they reached a good agreement, I think, and reduction in labor cost in Germany of around 1.5 billion per year. That's enormous. And there will be no plant closures in Germany until 2030, but the production capacity will be lowered with 734,000 units per year. And actually you can interpret the lowered by actually replacing it with moved to the eastern countries, because there the production cost is lower because labor cost is lower. And in the meantime, they are also working on their relationships with eastern companies. So you have SAIC Motor joint venture agreement is extended until 2040 already, and they are going to focus on the new generation of electric vehicles. Then you have Xpeng, I already mentioned them in a previous video, and with them they are going to co-develop electric cars for the Chinese market. And then you have Leapmotor, where they partner for their EV platform, and maybe Leapmotor will also take over a German plant in the future. So that's more of a rumor, but yeah, they need to honor their agreement with the union as well. So when there is no plant closures in Germany until 2030, does that mean that Volkswagen is going to produce until 2030 there? Or is it possible that Leapmotor already jumps in before 2030 but maintains all the people that work there? I'm not sure, so it's a bit of a speculation, but Leapmotor wants to come to Germany or certainly Europe to produce cars here so that they can circumvent the tariffs that the European market is putting towards Chinese cars. And in the meantime, you also have BMW, which have developed a great uh, hydrogen motor. So in that regard, Volkswagen is running a bit behind on BMW, and I still don't see any good family EVs. And I think that's really something that Volkswagen needs to work on. I already mentioned it a bunch of times, so I'm going to keep it short about that right now. And as you can see, since the 3rd of January, in fact, the price is running up of Volkswagen, and that's because here the talks were going great, and then they announced that they reached an agreement, and since then the prices are going up again. And I think it's normal because Volkswagen was truly undervalued. It's still undervalued with only a PE of 4.08. So I believe it's going to move up even further. And then you have Swatch Group. Actually, there is no news for Swatch Group. It's more the thing that Richemont reported good quarter 4 results, and Swatch just surfed the wave since the 16th of January. So here you can see it that on the 15th of January it was actually on the low. It noted on 154.40 Swiss francs, and after just a few days, 5-6 days, trading days, what is it? You have a price of 166. So it moved up, and then it stayed more or less stable. So for me, it's great. I'm more or less break even around Swatch right now. I was in the negative here, and now I'm pretty much in the green with Swatch again. Low numbers, but still, it's good to be there. And another company that ran up quite significantly in the past month is Logitech. So there is actually also no news from Logitech. They had a great holiday season as always. So and they also said that they were ready this year for selling a lot of stuff. So I'm really happy about that. And then on the 23rd, so yesterday, Morgan Stanley changed their valuation from sell to keep, and it doesn't happen that often that Morgan Stanley is actually more positive than negative about Logitech. So they even increased their target price for Logitech in the right direction, and the stock was already running hot this month. So actually, Morgan Stanley had not that much of an influence. So there is only a minor run up of the price from 80 to 82 and a bit. But since the 3rd of January, where it was on the low end on 73.82, it almost moved up 10 Swiss francs. So that's quite a big jump. And I bought it around that price. So yeah, I'm well in the green now on Logitech. And then you have AB/InBev, the only stock that is actually disappointing me. And as a Belgian, I'm truly disappointed because I don't know why it keeps struggling and it keeps going down or remains down. Today it moved up a bit, but yeah, maybe this is the stock that I will buy more of next month, and that will be a first for the YUH-portfolio. And as you can see, yeah, in the beginning of January, it just traded down until the 14th, and then it started trading up. But yeah, it's not performing well on the stock market. There is no news. The results that they gave for quarter 3 were okay. Okay, they weren't great, but they weren't bad either. So dropping from 55 to 46 in a matter of months, that's truly, yeah, annoying. And here is my portfolio right now. So in total, I have worth of 1,474.03 Swiss francs, but that's with the Swiss coin included. But here you can see Swatch, a positive of 0.25 Swiss francs. So it's getting there, but only 3 stocks are in the red. So AB/InBev quite significantly in the red, but still okay. I'm not worried about that at all. I think it's worth around 58, 59 for sure. And then yeah, it's a great dividend company, and they sell a lot of good beers, so they will continue to sell those beers way, way down in the future as well. Holcim moved up a bit this month. Volkswagen is back into the green as well, a little bit. Then you have BASF, yeah, freshly bought, and I bought and at the high end because yeah, I only had time around 10 o'clock because I was on the break then. ENG finally in the green. Nestlé also in the green already. BKW just not in the green, but sometimes it is, sometimes it's not. So it's a great stock. I'm not worried about that one as well. And then Logitech, yeah. Now I have 2 stocks that are up over 15%. So what's not to like about that? So we are the 24th of January. In fact, I'm going to publish it tomorrow on the 25th. So I deposited today 200 Swiss francs, and in total now I deposited 1,500 Swiss francs on my U account, and the total on the U account is 1,542.87 Swiss francs. So that's great, and the cash balance is 68.84. And as you know, I always receive Swiss coins, so with this boy, I also received 5 Swiss coins. So now I have 295 Swiss coins, and the price went up again in this past month. So from 0.01780 to 0.0179922. So almost 1.8 Swiss cents, which is great. I don't need to do anything. I just buy my stocks and I receive this for free, and it's worth a little bit of money. So what's not to like about that? And in total now it's worth 5.31 Swiss francs. So it was 5.16 Swiss francs, I think, the last update where I gave the worth of the Swiss coins. So yeah, it's again 0.15 cents. So, or 15 cents that I gained with the 5 Swiss coins. So I'm really happy about that. And here is the roundup. So deposit 200 Swiss francs, total 1,500, 1,542.87 Swiss francs right now. The cash reserve is 68.84 Swiss francs, and I invested 1,431.82 Swiss francs. And that is with the cost included, the exchange costs included, and the reinvested dividend is also included, because as you can see here on on the cash amounts, where is it here you can see that my balance in euros is now 0 again. So they used already the 69 cents to pay a part of BASF, and then they converted the rest of the Swiss francs to euros in order to pay for my price that I needed to pay for BASF. So the investments are worth 1,474.03 Swiss francs, and of which the stocks make up 1,468.72, and the crypto is worth 5.31. So the current profit or loss on my stocks is 1,468. I'm wrong here. I should have put 68.72. So that's a typo, but I think I know my number here is not correct as well. So it's a bit higher, but yeah, I'm up around 2.60%, and I was down around 3% last year. When I gave my update around New Year, I was down actually 0.02%. So I was almost break even on New Year's Day. So since New Year's Day, I am up 2.5%. So I'm really happy about that. And talking about the dividends, the brutto dividends went up quite considerably because of BASF. Because yeah, I'm going to receive 4 times 2.25 euros. So that means that I'm going to receive 9 euros, and when you convert that into Swiss francs, you I should have calculated into Swiss francs, I'm sorry for that, but with the conversion now in total I have 60.49 Swiss francs, or a dividend yield of 4.22%. So the total received on YUH account in dividend so far is 0.69 from ENG, and this is brutto, so no anticipatory or withholding tax is deducted from these numbers. And yeah, it's I know it's correct. It's 9 euros that I'm going to receive, but here I recalculated to Swiss francs, so this number is correct and this number is correct. I only made 2 calculation mistakes in this video, so that's still okay. And with that being said, I thank you for watching to this one. Please consider subscribing to my YouTube channel. Hit that like button as well. That helps out my channel enormously. And see you on the next one. Bye.